From one of the most highly anticipated sequels to a documentary featuring the world's first ever celebrity chef. Once again, no shortage of films opening in theaters this weekend. Here to fill us in on which ones we should see and which ones we're better off skipping is our resident film critic, Vicki Sparks. Vicki, nice to see you as always.
Nice to see you.
Okay, fans of Guardians of the Galaxy have been waiting for this day.
They have. They're pretty excited. And I have good news. They're not going to be disappointed.
Okay.
Everyone wants to know, will this hold up to the original? And I think if the original is a 10, this is a solid 9. So I think that people won't be disappointed. I think what people like about the Guardians of the Galaxy movies is that they're superhero movies, but they've got a lot of heart to them. So they tug at your heartstrings a little bit. On top of that, this one features Baby Groot. And if he doesn't steal your heart, I don't know what will.
Yeah, you're right. It is so tough when a movie has been so successful to follow it up with a sequel that matches.
It's a lot of pressure, but they're on track to do $250 million this weekend. I don't think they're going to have any problems.
Does this have the potential, do you think, to be the movie of the summer? I mean, this early on?
I think it's too early to say, but I think it's definitely in the running.
Okay, let's talk about the new Tom Hanks film, The Circle.
The Circle, so this came out last weekend. It's starring Emma Watson. It's based on a really interesting David Eggers book. It talks all about social media and kind of how much we're willingly putting out there and what that's really doing to our society. It's a great premise. It's a great cast, which is why it's so disappointing that it doesn't work.
No, really?
The movie ends where it should have started, and you're just left wanting so much more out of the movie. You wish they had gone a little deeper into the topic. You wish all the characters had been developed just a little bit more. So it's a bit of a disappointment, but it sparks some really interesting conversations. So it might be worth seeing if you're very interested in the effect that social media is having on our society.
Yeah, well, you think of some of the other movies that have come before that deal with social media.
Exactly, and I think the problem is The Circle, while it had the opportunity to go beyond those previous movies we've seen that dealt with the same topic, it didn't really.
Not too often, by the way, that Tom Hanks was a flop.
And it hurts me a little to say, but it's a skip it.
Okay, finally, Jeremiah Tower. He was actually with us on the morning show earlier this week. Let's talk about his new documentary.
Jeremiah Tower, The Last Magnificent is the name of the documentary. He is the most famous chef you've never heard of, basically. He was the first of kind of these rock star chefs back in the 80s. All of the chefs you're used to seeing and that you know very well are in the documentary, talking about how he's the father of American cuisine. He really started it all for them. It goes way back into the beginning of his childhood. He's had quite an interesting life, quite the unique childhood. I think if you're a real hardcore foodie, this is going to be a see it for you. If you're a normal person who thinks pizza is a delicacy, might be a skip it.
Okay, I was going to ask you that very question. Do I have to be a foodie? Because obviously they want as broad an audience as possible for the film, right? So they try to expand it.
It's still enjoyable, even if you're not a foodie. I myself am not a foodie, so I still enjoyed it. It's a little slow, though, if you don't love the food part of it.
Okay, and again, your prediction, $250 million for Guardians of the Galaxy?
Easily.
All right, we'll find out come Monday. Vicki Sparks with another edition of See It or Skip It. Thank you, Vic.
Anytime.